Oh, hello. How is everybody today? I'm here. And we're doing more Goat Lady. This time we're focusing on this one, because this is the best one, by quite a long way. Something I'm going to change with this design already, just briefly. And then we're actually going to just move straight into starting to render. I'll try that there. Here we go. Okay. So just in slightly larger, cleaning up a little chunk of the design, right? Like that's the plan here. Because I'm not 100% happy with it. Which is fine. One does not have to be 100% happy with a design, but it's a slightly odd place, that isn't it, really? Let's do that. So let's move the arm as well somewhat. So this forearm is very long. That's the bit that doesn't work. So I'm gonna... I was about to say cheat slightly. I'm not actually gonna cheat slightly. What I'm gonna do is do just a little bit of extra helping myself. So those are the shoulders. That's the spine leading to hip 1, hip 2, which is pelvis there. That's actually fine. So shoulders are actually more like that angle, which is fine. So this back arch is out and in, which means the rib cage should come there. Right? So then the body should come up and around. Then this is fine. That comes in, down, in. It's in, down, down, in. That's all fine. The head comes off the neck and is there. That's fine. And it faces like that. So if that's the underlying body, that's where we're going to move it. So that's already a slightly more fair assessment, I think. Let's move this now, just a little bit. Also, while I'm here, that knee is huge. There we go. This is a much bigger joint than I originally had it drawn as. Actually, what we're going to do is instead we're going to cut this down there, and we'll have it come in like that. That's why we're going to remove all of this. Let's just draw through, wait. That's kind of the body shape, right? So where do we go with this? That's a plane of fabric, plane of fabric. Okay. So that's the main thing here, which is that's going to come across there. That's going to come. There we go. This needs to move. arm is huge, though. I don't know why I just did that. That was really, really weird. This is what's better if it stays solid. Yeah, I think that works. Need to figure out this horn a little bit more, I think. Ah! Damn. That was shocking and loud, and for some reason really distorted. Oh my god. Hello to you too. Was that fine for you? Was that weirdly distorted? I could hear Sherma's song, but it also nearly killed me. Wait, let's try that again. No new moments. I haven't had time. I've been quite busy. I will get to them, I do promise, but I just don't have a lot of time at the moment. 4 remotes. Had to edit YouTube videos. That was rough. My latest view that I put quite a lot of time and effort in did not do well, which is not fun. Oh, nice. Yeah, people did watch the Hornet one. People liked the Hornet one. It was the art theory ones that did terribly. Yeah, that wasn't great. I don't really know. I need to figure it out a bit. I need to just keep posting though, really. That's always the trick, right? Just be consistent. To an extent, but yeah, that one was a bit rough. Spent ages on making some like snappy short art theory videos, and they get like less than 100 views each, which was not good. Cheap followers are not good followers. You need loyalty. Start a cult. That's what you need to do. Get those high quality, hyper dedicated folk. Oh yeah, also I turned off a bunch of the Nightbot auto filtering because it was just not good. Yeah, I'm alright. I had quite a busy week, really. I have assignments coming up shortly, so I need to do more essay writing, but I don't want to do more essay writing. I've been doing these goat ladies. This is the one I went with in the end. The goatiest of the goat ladies. What's the story? She is the villain counterpart to our lion friend. She represents sort of the pagan demon side of this story. We have these Egyptian angels, so then the like early Christian angels, right? So then the idea was that she is the direct counterpart. So she represents a lot of the more like pagan beliefs, Celtic beliefs. So she has that kind of Pictish, early British Celt tattoo. She has the raven skull, which is representative. I'm going to do a few more like trinkets on her belt, I think. Nice big staff with an eye, which is a direct counterpoint. But she basically is seemingly our villain. She's obsessed with the orb that she has on her. She can't help but gaze into it constantly. Can't help being the keyword. I think obsession for me is a big part of what makes a compelling villain, right? Like all the best villains are obsessed with things. So I wanted to give her that obsession. In this case, it's very literal obsession. She is totally obsessed with this ball. She can't not be obsessed with this ball. What that means for her and the player and everything else is perhaps discoverable. And yes, it is a cool orb. She certainly thinks so. There's nothing even remotely wrong with it. Nope, not at all. Don't know what you mean. Similarly, like her staff has an eye because... Wait, I can show you the funny comparison thing in a moment. Let me just clean up these lines a little bit. No, so there's a great joy in distortion of a hero to make a villain. So here they are next to each other. As you can see, she's much smaller. This was the first sketch that has been quite adapted. The main thing is the eye coordinates with the eye. So they are about the same height. His eyes co-align with her eye, so they can look at each other eye to eye. Even though objectively she is in a different place. It's partly just to give her more presence, to be honest. I was worried initially that she's basically a character without presence. And I think that's important. Well, that's the thing, right? Because she's smaller, I felt she needed the staff to give her that equivalent presence. The underdog thing is interesting. So we like underdogs in stories. But underdogs also make bad heroes. This is a weird duality, right? Like, Superman can't be the underdog. For example. There's never a story where your super powerful hero is the underdog. And I think that is notable. Like, the angels in this story, he's a hero and he's an angel. He can't really, therefore, be the underdog. It doesn't work. Like, angelic figures are not underdogs. They never are, they never will be. It doesn't really work that way, I think is what I'm trying to say. You can't make an angel an underdog. It's kind of impossible. I'm going to do that differently, actually. And because you can't make an angel an underdog, you have to make the villain very much feel like the underdog instead. But that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It just... I think also there's an inversion here. Like, it's worth remembering villains can operate very differently to heroes. Heroes tend to be quite straightforward things. You know, he's going to fight to get what he wants, which is a good thing. Or, as it will often be pitched, is a good thing, right? He is going to punch his way to peace and justice. That's the hero thing to do. But she, instead, is a spellcaster. It's much more subtle. Very different way of working. And I think this exists in a sort of liminal space to that hero thing. She's not going to punch her way to victory. She might get other people to do it for her. I think that's kind of her thing. But notably, she is not going to single-handedly fight her way through an army. Like, that's not her vibe. She'll have powerful spellcasting and a horde of minions, but none of that could compete on a flat level. Again, I suppose if you think, I'll use a in the public conscience example of like Superman and Lex Luthor, right? Why is that rivalry, and I'll call it a rivalry deliberately, so compelling? What makes them well matched? And like, why would Lex Luthor not be a good enemy for Batman? And I think thinking about that is always interesting to me. On level of A, what makes a good enemy, right? But also what makes a powerful enemy. If you are Superman, what is your power? Your power is strength and speed and heat and cold and invincibility. Like, you are very powerful physically. That's your whole shtick. And so your key opponent doesn't use any of that generally. Their power over you is subtle, conniving. It's intellect and manipulation and a cackle. Fey Helmet, thank you very much for following. That's very kind of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those emotes are amazing. I need more emotes. Wait, what is the second one? Is that a turkey? It looks like a turkey. Hi, hi. Do, do, do. I've lost my train of thought. Never mind. Oh no, I was saying you have to be conniving. Villains must be evil, but evil is not necessarily reflective of strength, and that's where it's fun. So this villain can be short, even though the hero they are fighting is very not short. Oh, that's a deer. That is mean. Do you have a laser? That is fun. I like all of those a lot. Okay. Yes, I did have a train of thought. Thank you for bullying me. Just because it wasn't coherent. Ugh. Coherency is for the weak. But yeah, this is my small and conniving villain. By comparison to the absolutely... So mean to me. I have no emotes yet because I haven't drawn them. Wait, I could do the bubble tea one, which was a commission for someone else, but they don't use, so they might lose it. I do love bubble tea. I hate these flipping horns, man. Shouldn't be this hard to draw horns. But horns in opposition are difficult, to be fair. I made a new layer, that's why. So mean to me. And yes, I'm already. My criminal lack of emotes is haunting me already. I really should have been better with them. Was a poor judgment from me to not spend some of my precious limited free time this week making emotes. I see. But those are really cool. That deer is really cool. We noticed. There we go. There we go. Little horn ornaments. It's a lip bite. That is a curious. Oh no, that's too many lip bites. No, 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 no. One does not need that much lip biting in their life. I've still messed up this horn. You evidently lip bite too much. Some of this emoting is becoming worrying. Dance. Okay, it's not perfect by a long shot, but that's what we're getting. You have a lot of emotes. Alright. I think we're most of the way there now with this dear lady. Now I'm just trying to think she's a goat. She's definitely a goat. No, let's leave that. And let's move this hand a little bit. Wait, that's a stupid thing to do. With the fingers, there we go. If you rotate the orb and it just stays an orb. Yes, it does look like a sphere. You are correct. Shockingly, my sphere looks spherical. It also turns out when you spin a sphere around, it stays exactly the same, which is very smart of me. No, now we behave. No filling of the orb. The orb is not to be felt. Okay, hand, which means that is connected. That is wrist. I always forget who's in my chat sometimes. Behave thyself with wholesomeness, thank you. I mean, really, gentlemen. Really. No, that's fine. Go for it. All the chaos energy is good with me. Although I do need to... You've got like 10 more minutes. I need to wrap up the stream and go to a meeting. Ugh. Meetings. Good. The self-bonk is a solid life choice. Saves me having to do it for you. I'm quite impressed with the emoting. No, it needs to be further up than that, really. It's got to be there. Actually, it's got to be exactly where I've now put this hand. Oh well. It's concealed then. God, I hate drawing hands. They're not even that hard, I'm just bad at it. I should reference more. Nah, too late. beforehand. There we go. It's just that to do. Okay, and now for test purposes, I forgot I had this. That's important. But for test purposes, that one. Select inverse, underlayer, midtone grey, bonk. Darker midtone grey, bonk. There we go. Now to do some erasing. Okay. That. Anything in front of it needs to be erased. This is my really quick value pass, just for the sake of figuring out if it works. Do I like that? I don't like that. Let's try that again. If that works, I think that works. There we go. No, let's put it all back. This above cut works. A little bit of a down cut works. That doesn't make sense. That also doesn't make much sense. There we go. I don't know if I love this edge, to be honest. Yeah, that's the other problem. So we need to add a little bit more. There we go. And we'll add a little bit more light just for fun. This one's going to be the most complicated to pull off because there's the most little bits to do. Do we like the soothing piano music, or is it annoying? Out of interest. It's always one of those where I'm like, I don't know what music to play on stream, but let's ask people. That's the wrong brush. That's the right brush. And let's do a bigger, softer razor. Soften the edges. We like being light additive. Ah, it's the brightening bit. There we go. There's also one more part that needs a little light before I do anything else, which is very gently. We're going to do the front of these horns. Then get blended out just a little bit at the edge. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to remove that for now. That's where I'm going to stop for today. Alrighty. Yeah, I know. Short stream, short stream. Let's just very quickly folder this. Oh, not that. Folder that. And then we're going to copy the folder. Aha. We're going to remove that. And we're going to add that. And she's going to sand. next to her opponent. And we're going to make his edit canvas size. We're going to make his canvas a bit different. That way. Yeah, we'll do it to the left. Actually, that makes more sense. There we go. There we go. Make that bigger, then we can move her along. And we have a hero and a villain. As a side note, my Twitch viewership count's been very weird today. Yeah, should we end with spending little mana? Ooh, thank you all for watching. Get some applause. Okay, the sound alerts are really broken for some reason. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm going to find someone to raid. Have a lovely day, everybody. Oh yeah, wait, we'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. You can appreciate the hero and the villain next to each other. There we go. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Time for the end. I forgot to run the pre-roll ads, which has also probably not helped. I need to remember to do that, but it's new things and I can never remember. Right, let's see if there's anyone fun streaming. Oh, I've got a few people. Let's go to Amel. Toba. Alright, enjoy. Thank you for hanging out. Have a lovely day, everybody.